Hey Hat Kids! Today we are going to be making all different kinds of chips. We're going to make potato chips, but we're also going to make things like apple chips, zucchini chips, beet chips, spinach chips, so many chips. If you want your kids to eat more fruits and vegetables, this is an awesome way, trying them out as chips. It definitely makes them a lot more appealing. Microwaving them is a super awesome, fast way to get chips. There's another way where you can dehydrate them in your oven for a few hours, but that's definitely a lot more time consuming. So I've gone ahead and sliced different fruits and veggies super thinly. I used something called a mandolin, but if you have great knife skills, you can just slice it super thin. As thin as possible to really crisp them up into chips. So I have potato sliced super thin, I have apple, I have beets, and I have zucchini, and we're going to make potato chips or apple chips in the microwave. First step, I'm going to cover my plate with wax paper so that they don't stick. Then I'm going to spread out the slices in a single layer. Now I'm going to microwave. I'm microwaving them for 1 minute at a time and taking it out and checking it. So these potatoes have been in the microwave for 2 minutes. They're starting to brown a little bit, so I'm going to flip them over and then microwave them for another minute at a time until they're crispy. And be careful because the plate can be hot. Now the trick for a bunch of these is to let them cool. They will crisp up as they cool. So I did some apple chips. They were getting quite brown, but they were still really soft. But when you take them out and let them cool, they really crisp up. So there's going to be a lot of trial and error based on your own microwave, but my technique that I found worked pretty well was to microwave for 1 minute and then check them, microwave it for another minute, and then it looked like they were starting to brown, so I would flip them over and then microwave them for 30 seconds to 1 more minute and then let them cool off, and 3 minutes in total seemed to be good for them to crisp up once they're cooled off. If you have a really strong microwave, you might find that it's better to microwave them at half power or at a lower power rather than full power because they may burn. Now I'm going to take a Brussels sprout, and kids can help with this. We're just going to peel off the leaves. So we're going to spread out each leaf onto a baking tray. He loves me. He loves me not. Just kidding, haha. So I rinsed off some spinach and I'm just going to pat it dry, and then we are going to spread out the spinach leaves onto the baking tray. And you can leave the stems on, kind of personal preference. I also rinsed off some kale in smaller pieces and I'm going to throw this on the tray. Recipes for banana chips call for dehydrating them for 2 hours in the oven, but I'm going to slice up really thinly, slice a banana and throw it onto this tray and see what happens. So I have some super thin banana slices. Alright, now we're gonna make some green bean fries or chips. So I put some egg into this bowl with a tiny bit of water and I'm going to whisk that together. Now that that is whisked up, I'm going to add some Parmesan cheese to a plate or a bowl and a little bit of garlic powder. And I'm going to stir that together. Now we're going to take the beans, we're going to dip them into the egg mixture and then dip that into the Parmesan garlic mixture. I'm going to roll the bean around and make sure it is all coated. And then I'm going to place the bean onto my baking tray. And I'm going to repeat that with a couple beans. Alright, now the tray is ready to go into the oven. So I've preheated it to 350 degrees, and these things may cook at different times, so I'm just going to keep a close eye on them. Alright, so I baked these things in the oven for a total of about 15 minutes, taking things out that were crisping up every 5 minutes-ish. Now I have this whole spread of different kinds of chips. The banana chips aren't totally crispy because they were only in there for 15 minutes, so if you want them crispier, cook them for longer. So this is the fun part for kids, to get to sample them all and see which ones they like, see how they can describe what they're tasting, and you can also season them however you'd like. You can add salt or different herbs and spices, or just try them plain. So I have spinach chips, Brussels sprout chips, kale chips, sweet potato chips, regular potato chips, zucchini chips, green bean fries, beet chips, apple chips, and banana chips. Who knew that vegetables and fruits could be this crispy and this tasty? So if you're looking for a new snack to munch on, or a way to get your kids to try eating more vegetables, this is an awesome way to do it. Super easy, in the microwave or in the oven. I can't stop snacking on these. Thanks for joining me this week, and I hope you enjoyed. Ready? Did you see that? I did it. Oh.